author, John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. I think everybody in this room hear about this author. Maybe you didn't watch films, didn't read his books, but I think you absolutely hear his name. So, Tolkien was born on 3 January in 1892 in England. And his father was a bank manager, and his mother was a housekeeper. So when he was three, he was born in South Africa, and then when he was three, he went to England with his mother, and his father died from rheumatic fever in South Africa, and then Tolkien lived with his relatives, his aunt, at her farm, which is called Big End, and after many years he used this farm in his book The Hobbit. Then when he was teen, he draw different landscapes. He likes to create different languages, his own secret languages, and he likes botanic. In 1911 he graduated to King Edward School, and then when he was 16 he met his wife Edith. Future wife, of course. They were married in 1916 only, and it was a little tragic history about his wife, but I don't want to tell you about this because I don't know. It's very good. No, not tragic, but her parents wanted she married another man, not Tolkien, but at least she chose him because they have a real big love. They lived about 15 years together. And she was a prototype of Luthien, if somebody knows about this character, and he was a prototype of Baron, and on the graves, on the monument, it's я не знаю, как высечен будет, если честно. I don't know this word. It's you can say it's written, yes.
Carving.
Carved, yes. It was carved on her grave the name Luthien, and on his the name Baron, with their real names, of course. So Tolkien participated in the First World War. He participated in the Great Battle of the Somme, where there are many soldiers were killed. But he was lucky because he felt with fever, strange fever, and he was invalided back to the England. But during this battle, many his but in this battle, many his friends, his team friends, were killed, and this event impressed him very much. And then further, he told that when somebody found parallels with his book The Lord of the Rings and a Second World War, it wasn't true because he was impressed only about the First World War because he was very young then, and he said that only young impressions may impress persons so deep and so much. And in the period of the Second World War, he must be recorded in the English troops, and government asked him to work with this. But then I didn't understand when I read about it why he did this, and he only worked and lived like many other civil persons during the Second World War. He had 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. His daughter alive till now. And after and he was a professor in Oxford University. He works with English literature and except his famous books The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion, Untitled Tales, and more than, he translated and he read like a researching about Beowulf story. And he learned a lot about mythology, German mythology and Scandinavian mythology, and all these knowledges helped him to write his fantasy books. And as we know now, he was like родоначальник, не знаю как сказать. He was the first. After his books, the genre fantasy became real popular, and the few authors, of course, based their novels and romance on his tales. It's a short story about his life.
If you want to know more,
if you want to know more, you can see Wikipedia.
it was demo version.